Hey, good morning, everyone. I hope you guys had a solid Thursday. I was traveling yesterday, so I missed the slate, and I didn't get to watch any of the games. So I won't recap it. I try to watch most of the games each day, so I can provide a more comprehensive recap. In my opinion, box scores just don't provide context, which is key for basketball. At the end of the video, we will share our key targets, so be sure to stick around. Today we have 7 games with 2 7 p.m. games and 2 late West Coast games. And one of those is a Blazers game. All the spreads are less than 6 points, so we don't have any double-digit spreads, so hopefully we get some close games today. Let's get hunting. The Jazz at Hornets has a 3-point spread and a 232 implied total. This game has the second highest implied total on the slate, so we will data mine this one for sure. LaMelo Ball has been chucking it from 3, and on the season he's averaging 2.8 made and 7.4 attempts. So we could go back to his 3-point prop today and hope he stays hot. We have seen guards get hot against the Jazz lately, so we could also consider Rozier's point prop as well. Donovan Mitchell continues to dominate shot volume with Bojan out, and he should get even more shots up in this fast-paced matchup. So we could target his point prop as well. Rudy Gobert is in a great spot, but he's just been so inconsistent this year. With that said, his rebound prop might be something to look out for, but I'm sure it's going to be juiced around 13. And his fantasy point prop will all depend on him getting those blocks that he's known for. But he hasn't done that lately, and with back-to-back games with 0 blocks. But like I said, this is a great spot for him. The Wizards at Pistons has a 3-point spread and a 218 implied total. This game has a second lowest implied total, and it's not one that I'm going to run to go watch. But I'll end up watching it anyway. I know it. Wizards games have been painful to watch lately, and they run very unpredictable deep rotations, so their point distribution is diluted amongst all of them. They're on a back-to-back, so there is a chance Porzingis might sit, but he did play in the last back-to-back, so who knows. We also have to watch out for Kuzma news. He remains questionable. I just don't know what to do with this Wizards team anymore, and I'm probably just going to keep fading them going forward. On the Pistons side, the backcourt gets deeper with Kojo and Frank Jackson coming back, but Frank hasn't played since early February, so who knows how many minutes he will see. And Cade will be the only target for his PRA or fantasy point props. Isaiah Stewart's rebound is always in play if it's around 8 to 9. The Warriors at Hawks has a 2-point spread with a 219 implied total. The Hawks need to keep winning to retain that last play-in spot, so we should keep getting a motivated Trae Young here. However, he is struggling with the shot this season, but I do like his assist prop today if it's at 9.5. The Warriors' switch defense to cover the corner 3 and kickouts is one of the weaknesses, and that's one of Trae Young's forte. And a lot of this is due to having a lot of young guys out there for the Warriors, including Poole, Moody, and Kuminga. Speaking of Poole, he continues to stay hot, and he is very efficient from 3 lately. However, they have his 3-point prop at 3.5, which is kind of high for me. So I would probably just stick with this 23.5 point prop. His 4.5 assist prop is also pretty low, so we could consider that as well, as he will look to distribute too. This is a great spot for him overall against this backcourt Hawks defense that we have targeted all season long.
Hey guys, it's Danny. I'm just here to let you guys know about the free Discord that we did launch. The link for it is in the description down below. Jump in there, share your screenshots, talk about your favorite props on Prizepicks, and share your DFS lines, and we'll all talk about it.
The Mavs at T-Wolves has a 2-point spread with a 228 implied total. We just saw this matchup recently, and Pat Bev got into Luka's head all game long. He harassed him by doing his usual hard chest bumps as Luka would back the ball in. He played with a lot of contact, and the refs held back on the whistle, and as a result, Luka got very frustrated. But maybe the refs will be on alert this time around, and Luka will get more calls. So we could target Luka's free throw props, as the T-Wolves lead the league in free throws allowed. I will look into the officiating crew once it's announced later today and see how they have called previous Luka games. And I'll let you guys know what I find out later today. I also like Luka's assist prop if it's less than 9, because the Mavs are getting more healthy and have more shooters around him, like Reggie Bullock. And we saw Dwight Powell have an effective game last time around, so he should help out in the assist department. We could also target Dwight Powell again in this fast-paced matchup, and we'll look for his fantasy point prop, especially if it's less than 25. He dominated last game. On the T-Wolves side, the only one I would consider is Cat's point or fantasy point prop, because the Mavs' perimeter defense is pretty solid, and the big T-Wolves 3 eat into each other's potential, so it makes it hard to really predict who's going to be the one to go off at times. So they won't be any core plays. The Rockets at Blazers has a 3-point spread with the 235 implied total. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this might be my favorite game to target on the slate. Not only because it's the highest implied total, but we get 2 very bad defenses in a low spread game, so blowout risk won't be a major concern, as it usually is with these 2 teams. But yes, that's right. I will be watching a Blazers game tonight very closely. Winslow and Hart are both out, so that means we get Chris Dunn as the only real NBA player on the squad, as he was just signed to a second 10-day contract. He started last game, but he did not contribute much and struggled. My primary targets for the Blazers will be Eubanks fantasy points, because the Rockets continue to get crushed in the paint, and second would be Watford's fantasy points. Rockets give up the most steals, and Watford continues to rack up stocks, but I just hope he can stay out of foul trouble. He's been averaging around 4 to 5 fouls per game. Winslow being out though is even more potential for him to fill the stat line. Overall, I just like the fantasy point props for the Blazers, since the Rockets just turn the ball over at such a high rate and allow guys to rack up stocks. On the Rockets side, this is a perfect spot for Wood, as bigs have been feasting against the Blazers. The Blazers had no answer for Pirtle. He had 6 offensive rebounds and putbacks in 1 quarter. I watched him make 4 consecutive putbacks. He had an insane third quarter run. He also had 6 blocks in just 24 minutes. So there is a lot of potential for Wood and guys like Sengun. Hopefully Wood can stay out of foul trouble though and play motivated. I wish we could get Sengun props. He's been improving so much and is highly efficient in limited minutes, but we'll have to look out for those. We could also target Jalen Green and KPJ's PRA props. And I would also look out for free throw props too, because like I mentioned before, the Blazers can't keep their hands to themselves and they foul so much. The 76ers at Clippers has a 6-point spread with a 221 implied total. This is the last game on the slate, and Ty Lue recently said that he's going to cap his starters' minutes for the rest of the season so they can be fresh for the playing game. Sounds like they're content with just settling for the play-in spot, so that makes me less interested in the Clippers. I wonder if their projections will account for this minute cap, so something to look out for to see if they just continue to go based on their season averages or not. On the 76ers side, this is a prime spot for Embiid going against Zubac and Hartenstein, so we might consider his fantasy point prop once it drops. Our favorite targets on the slate are Drew Eubanks fantasy point prop, Jordan Poole's 23.5 point or 4.5 assists, Donovan Mitchell's points, LaMelo Ball's 2.5 3-point made, and Luka's free throw prop if it's less than 6, and potentially his 8.5 assist prop. This slate has potential since all the games have spreads less than 6, so hopefully we avoid those trap blowouts. And we get the Rockets and Blazers in the same game. Oh boy. But please hit that like button, it really helps and we always appreciate it. And subscribe if you're not part of the Run DFS team yet. We celebrate the wins and feel the pain together. Catch our live streams later today starting at 2 p.m. Eastern. We will break down the games and have some good laughs on a Friday. As always, best of luck everyone. Take care.